What's going on, my squad? My name is Alan, or you guys already know that, or Devil's Advocate, or Obsidian Fury. The trademark is still pending, but I haven't heard anything from that office, but what can you say? And I am here to talk about SynDuality, Echo of Ada. I had the great chance to play the closed beta over this weekend. When I say this weekend, I mean the end of March 2024, just in case this video comes out in 2025. I'm just messing, but in the spirit of it being a closed beta, I'll try my best not to talk about the glitches and the bugs that I sometimes saw. But you might see a little bit of in-game, but I want you guys to take it easy because obviously it is still it's in this beta stage. It's not in its final release. So with that being said, I also want to thank Bandai Namco for giving me the opportunity to talk about this game. I've wanted to get into more of the indie space, and this is a great opportunity since I really enjoyed this game. But I'm going to give you all my thoughts as I go. On the screen, you're seeing two sets of footage. One's going to be back to back. The first one is when I had the map all to myself and I died. I won't show you that one actually, but I will talk about it. I died when I first started the match just to see how things were like operating, and then on the second playthrough, that was when I was a lot more successful. And then my third run, so I'm going to be showing you my second and third run. My third run, I did not have the map to myself, and I got up to all kinds of shenanigans. Okay, so I've been reading a lot of like isekai and mech manga lately, and I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly where my mind went when I first beat the game. So the story is that humanity, in all its predictable glory, has done some fuck shit, and about 50 to 100 years ago, and that's left the surface of the earth uninhabitable, and it's also provided an energy crisis, and that's where you, the drifter, comes in. You go in with your mech, which is essentially a mining platform. You go topside to acquire AO crystals that basically help with energy productions in your like underground coven, right? And how that translates in game is basically you go around searching for AO crystals in the like world, and you basically try and bring it back. Now this is what's on your side. You have, in the interim of that 50 to 100 years, you have what humanity calls Magnuses, which is basically like an AI companion. They are basically supercomputers with personalities, like we haven't seen that before, and they basically aid you, and yes, they are customizable in the game. Now, they aid you in different ways, so a lot of the Magnuses have their own kind of superpowers and their abilities. My Magnus, Gairu, if you know, you know. She basically had the ability to create a temporary shield around you that disabled the weather feature in this game. Like there's raining in this game. I'm going to get into it a little bit more, but there's raining in this game, and it can hurt your robot. And basically her superpower basically was essentially create a dome that traverse the world without looking for cover, while also getting out, because you need to like once you get the now, also, you have a base of operations which helps you build, craft, and buy loads of different attachments and munitions and guns and all that kind of fun stuff to really help you while you're up there. Alright, now, that's the easy stuff. That's the stuff that's on your side. Now, let me tell you what's against it. So, like I said before, due to the fuck that humanity did, we also created monsters called Enders. And they basically feed off AO crystals. So, your job is to basically go there, kill anything that gets in your way, get the AO crystals, and get that. Now, of course, it's not also that easy. You also have it's called the weather phenomenon, and basically what that means, phenomenon of weather. What that means is that sometimes the weather, there's different types of rain. So there's light rain, heavy rain, and then there's like storms. And basically what they do is they can damage your mech suit, but your mech has an additional layer of armor, I would say, like a shield, that is basically your weather durability, and that basically helps you sustain when it's raining. But your main objective is to get to cover underneath a bridge or anything like that, just to stop the rain from getting onto your armor. Otherwise it'll start chipping away into your health. Now, that armor is just for the weather. So your actual health is like 100, 150. So enemies can still like, and then one swipe is like 50. So you have to be very careful. You're very much a glass cannon. Keep your distance. You're very agile. And that kind of stuff. You really make sure that you get your pacing and distance right. Otherwise, they can overwhelm you if you're not prepared. But aside from that, now they're not the main issue. The main issue is the other players. Now, technically in the game, it tells you that you are part of a grander mercenary group. I want to say mercenary group, if I can describe it. But it's a mercenary group basically where there's like an unspoken rule where you're not meant to attack each other. Yeah, you can figure out how well that went. But I'm gonna dive into it. So I'm gonna talk about. Hopefully the second part is also playing where I knew I was gonna get into some madness when as soon as I saw another robot, so I started recording. But I'm gonna get into it. So, but hopefully it's playing right now. So essentially, you can go out and basically, as in this, you're in a mercenary like affiliation, but there's also bounties. Now, if you kill people who are part of your mercenary affiliation, you get kicked out, and you also get a bounty placed on your head as well. And this is also explained in the game where there's like rogue drifters. Now, that's when it gets interesting. Now, personally speaking, when you're in the heat of combat, you're shooting everything that moves. I'm gonna let the first shot you shoot at me go. I'm gonna let it go because I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna let it go. The second one, I'm gonna take it personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna take it personally. The third one, I'm no longer hunting for crystals. I'm no longer thinking about affiliations or teams. I'm a bloodhound. You've made an enemy for life. It's that simple, because in this game, it's very cutthroat where if you die outside, you lose all your mech. You lose your mech. And your mech is very expensive. Now, thankfully, in the closed beta, they had like the beginner one, which I think is going to go into the main game, where the beginner one is basically free, but it's pretty crusty. I spent money, not money, but I spent in-game currency on customizing my mech. So when that mech goes down, I lose it, unless you insure it. There's also an insurance program where you can insure your mech, but you only get the money back. You don't get the mech. So first shot, I let it go. I think that's actually very generous. First shot, I let it go. Second shot, I take it personally. Third shot, I'm coming after you. It's just that simple. I don't care who you are. I'm coming after you because lessons need to be learned. Alright? Now, that's like the story. Now, my initial thoughts in my first run was that in my first run, like I was talking about, well, my second run to you guys. My first run is where I died because I wasn't taken seriously. My second run was a lot more successful. And my third run was when I fought other people. So on my second run, I was basically alone. I was fighting with enders, NPCs, and the game is basically a cross between Hunt Showdown and Armored Core, where the Armored Core aspect of customizing your mech and going around and fighting other mechs, as well as a Hunt Showdown where it's very, very cutthroat. When you die, that's it. And there is like the PvPvE element where it's like you're fighting other players, not necessarily fighting, but you're also fighting the environment as well. So it was very heavy in that element as well. And also when you die, you also lose your loot. Just saying. So but there is also an emergency ejection where every mech has like an emergency pocket or a safe pocket where you can put one item that you collected in the wall, and you can basically, when you're basically on the brink of death, you can basically, if you don't emergency eject or you die, you still lose it. So if you emergency eject in time, you can get that one item back to you as well and go back to base. But the aim of the game is basically get the AO crystals and head back to base and kill anyone or anything that gets in your way. Now, onto the customization. I probably showed that in the beginning of the video. The customization is, well, it's not that great. I'm gonna be honest. You know, it felt a little basic. I want to say basic. Often for us melanated people, it's gonna be we're gonna get even less love. But I am holding out for hope. I could be wrong. This is the beta. But my history, I want to say my experience has told me otherwise, that typically speaking, these kinds of customizations is just going to be like to the wayside. But on to better notes, I did really enjoy my playthrough. I think What I want to see more of in this game is I want the weather system to do more damage. I want it to be not more damage necessarily, but I want it to be more impactful. Because oftentimes when even in the beta, I bought the next set of armor, and basically it has like 1,000 like weather durability, so I basically could just walk in and out. I could wait for like several minutes in the weather, and in this game minutes do matter. Like, it feels like a lifetime. But I could literally withstand the rain as well as fight during that period. So I think that they've sunk a lot of resources into the weather mechanic, but I want it to be more impactful in that kind of way. So that I would like to see more of. Also, I don't know whether it's also I want there to be more enemies on the field, because your suit is pretty agile, your dodge is pretty far in correspondence to how much you're being weighed down. So the more weight you have, the shorter the dodge and the quicker your build up sprint goes. So I want to also see your mech is pretty agile, so I want to see more enemies and like really make that kind of like desperado, the desperation should be there when it comes to like, it should be like the Dark Zone from the Division, where it's like you're going in and it's like there's danger at every single like corner, and it's like making it out alive is the exception, it's not the rule. So you really have to aim for your head, you have to play smart, you have to, like, everything's against you, so you have to choose to survive, etc. Now to the PvP element, it's fantastic. It's like the feeling of going for the extraction when you have all your loot, and this might be in game where it's like when I fought that first guy and he shot at me first. When I fought that first guy and I killed him, the amount of people that just started coming after me, it's not like coming like, it's like I shot one and suddenly it's like everyone on the map was suddenly in my position. So I don't like shooting first. I'm a very good boy. I don't like shooting first. But I'll be dying if I'm not gonna be if I'm gonna be dying because of my optimism, okay? After all, I've played my fair share of Dark Zone kind of games where it's like temporary alliance because you want to go down to the left, I want to go down to the left, but I've got a submachine gun, you've got a light machine gun, but my mech is faster. So let's just all put the bullets down. That's how I do it. In the video, you're gonna see like he shot at me. I let it go. He shot at me twice. I take it personally. 3 times, it's on. And in my playthrough, you will see it that he shot at me once, then I let it go. Then he shot at me again, then I started hunting him. I literally started hunting him because there is no way. There is no way gonna drag my name through the mud. I'll be damned. And I got him. I found him. I then killed him. And the wild thing was, when I went back to base, because obviously no one else was going to mess with me, when I got back to base, I got the cautionary warning saying that how I can't go around killing people. I'm like, well, slow down there, chief. I didn't start the fight, but I'm going to finish it. I'll tell you that for free. I'm going to finish any fight that comes my way. So far, so good. I'm really looking forward to what this studio might have up its sleeve. And I'm looking forward to what this game in its final stage will look like, and I might jump on as well. I've also wanted to do more indie games, and this is a very, very nice start to that. So yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts when this game finally comes out. The SynDuality Echo of Ada. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree with me, or if you guys want to catch these hands in fighting range in this game, you let me know, because I'm there with my light machine gun and my Magnus called Gairu, who has the finest of... Is it bum? Ponytail. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace out, MG Squad.